The game Verdict simulates a police investigation followed by a trial. One player is the criminal mastermind. He makes one of the 5 suspects kill Henry Ragland with the maximum discretion, and one player is police detective Galvin. He tries to discover who killed Henry Ragland among the 5 suspects. The criminal mastermind chooses who will be the killer among the 5 suspects. He then writes down the itinerary and the actions of the killer during the day of the murder on a killer movement sheet. He then replaces the character movement sheet of the suspect he has chosen to be the killer by the killer movement sheet. The killer can kill Henry Ragland at the victim's place or kill Henry Ragland in a different location. In that case, he must telephone the victim to set up a meeting and kill him there. The killer starts from his home. Each move of one location on the map equals 1 hour. To blur his trail, the killer can move the body to a location different from the murder location. In that case, he leaves a clue on the location of the body. The killer can go to public buildings in order to benefit from a special advantage. For example, he can go to the post office to call the victim anonymously, or he can go to the toy store to buy a disguise, preventing him from being spotted in a location. Once the criminal mastermind has selected the itinerary and the actions of the killer, the police investigation starts. To identify the killer, the detective performs investigation acts. Investigation acts enable, for example, the detective to know who called the victim, to know the approximate time of death, to know the weapon used to kill the victim, to know if a suspect was in a specific location at an approximate time, and so on. Each investigation act has a cost. The detective must identify the killer at the least possible cost. At the end of the police investigation, the detective accuses the suspect he thinks is guilty. The character accused by the detective is then trialed, and a third player must take the role of the judge. The detective tries to convince the judge that the suspect he accuses is guilty. The criminal mastermind tries to convince the judge that the suspect is not guilty. At the end of the trial, the judge announces his verdict. The name of the killer is then revealed by the criminal mastermind to see if the judge was right.
Yes.
With the game Verdict, plot like a criminal mastermind, deduce like a genius detective, plead like a top lawyer, accuse like a great prosecutor, or make a decision like a wise judge. Buy online at kingboardgames.com.